Now, this webinar I really kept just to understand जब हमारे लाइफ में सक्सेस चाहिए हमको तो what is that mind also needs and also operates in a way that it can reach to the success. अब वो सक्सेस आपके लिए कुछ भी हो सकता है. So before starting this, I would want to know from your angle, whoever is listening to me, but please tell me what is success in your terms. मतलब आपके हिसाब से सक्सेस क्या होता है? What is success? How does it look like for you? और आप चैट में लिख सकते हो या फिर अनम्यूट करके बोल सकते हो. Anything. You can do anything. You can also say, you can also type it out. What is success for you? Because success is a very broad term. You don't know. जब आप बात कर रहे हो सक्सेस के बारे में तो what does that mean? Let me share some. Can I do this? Is my screen visible? Yes. For me, success means I being able to do what I love the way I love. Cool. Thank you, Gangamai, for that. Now, see how important that is. The success for me is I being able to do what I love the way I love. So I would bring this particular thing later on, like why I said this again. So, because before we proceed, we really want to understand this as well, कि success होता क्या है हमारे लिए. Maharishi says a broad term which is not a constant and varies according to the goals and achievement of a person. It is exactly like fulfilling my things in a proper way. See, different definition. Two people, different definition, right? So, success in itself a word that has broader meanings, like it can have subjective meaning to the subjective people that we are talking to. So, let's deep dive little bit more कि अगर ये सक्सेस आपके हिसाब से आपको चाहिए तो आपका माइंड उसके तरफ कैसे प्रोग्रेस हो सकता है. सो फॉर मी द सक्सेस बिफोर आई प्रोसीड लेट मी टेल a beautiful definition of success that I've come across from Earl Nightingale, and it is very simple in terms which says success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. How beautiful that is. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy idea. That means if a person knows where that person is going और उसको पता है कि उस गोल तक पहुंचने के लिए मेरे पास आइडियाज आ रहे हैं, आई एम टेकिंग एक्शंस इन दैट अकॉर्डेंस, then that person is a success. That's what Earl Nightingale says. But what do I mean by this? Just a minute. Yeah. So I will tell you how I treat success in my life and how I see that as. But also to reach to the success, what my mind needs to have properly before reaching to that point. So just a story, a quick story for you all. And the story is like, have you ever decided in your life that, okay, this is something, a goal that I want to achieve, and from tomorrow I will seriously work on my goals. That goal can be anything like getting fitter, or maybe earning more money, maybe cracking a job, maybe building a business. So it can be anything. So you decided that from tomorrow I will work seriously on my goals. But what happens? आपको कल परसों या कुछ टाइम के बाद में it is like the procrastination returns, the self doubt returns, old patterns starts to coming back. मतलब आप उस टाइम पे तो बहुत जोश में होते हो कि यार ये तो करना है आज तो मेरे को, बट स्लोली दैट पर्टिकुलर जोश, दैट ambition starts to fade away. And this is the exact thing that happens. Has this ever happened to you guys? Just wanted to know from your angle. So put why if you have really come across that? And if you have never felt like this, and woohoo, W for like, I have never felt like this. Like, I am always on the top of my ambition. So just want to know from you, is it a yes or a no? Please let me know. I believe everyone is listening to me, right? Please don't ghost me today.
Yeah, yeah, I'm listening, Rishabh. Don't worry.
So, has this ever happened to you, Maharishi, Nandita, Gangamai, Papa? Anyone? Like, has this ever happened to you? Yes, right? Thank you for that, Nandita. And the main thing is, why does this happen? ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है कि आप एक बार तो एम्बिशन में हो और फिर उसके बाद में एम्बिशन डाउन हो रहा है, आपके ओल्ड पैटर्न्स रिपीट हो रहे हैं? व्हाई इज दिस हैपनिंग? एंड द सिंपल सॉल्यूशन टू दिस इज, योर माइंड is consisting of 5% of consciousness, and it is a conscious mind, I would say, कि आपको पता है क्या चल रहा है, and 95% is your subconscious or unconscious mind. This conscious mind is responsible for your success. What do I mean by this? It always looks at the goal. आपको क्या चाहिए? भाई ज़्यादा पैसा चाहिए, बेटर रिलेशन चाहिए, आपको जॉब चाहिए, आपको कल जल्दी उठना है, यू वांट टू गेट फिट, anything. So this goal is being set by your conscious mind. But there is a deeper layer to that, that is 95% of subconscious or unconscious mind, where you are having all these patterns, beliefs, and behaviors that you are already doing in life. अब इसके लिए जैसे कि आपने बोल दिया मेरे को फिट होना है, and I want to reduce 10 kgs, let's say. When you say this and you start to work towards that goal, आपने आज तक तो उस पर शायद काम नहीं किया. लेट्स से assuming that you have not never worked on that kind of thing for yourself. When you start to work for that particular goal, your old patterns are still there. जैसे कि आराम से उठना, आराम से खाना, डू नॉट बी ऑन रूटीन वर्क, या जो आपका रेगुलर चल रहा था. So it becomes a little hard for your mind and your body to get adjusted to that. And that is why those coins, those patterns again repeat, because उनको अभी तक एक चैनल नहीं मिला है कि वो कॉन्शियसली आपके बॉडी में और माइंड में आ सके. दिस इज द सिंपलेस्ट explanation. So put yes if you are with me, put no if you are never, if you have not understood anything what I have said till now, so that I am also on the match that yes, you are listening to me and we are together. Yeah, thank you, Mahesh. Yes. So माइंड, योर माइंड इज लाइक, इट फॉलोज अ प्रोग्राम. जैसे कंप्यूटर में एक प्रोग्रामिंग होता है, हमारे प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस है, वैसे ही माइंड भी आपका प्रोग्राम फॉलो करता है, जो आपने ऑलरेडी अपने अनकॉन्शियस सबकॉन्शियस में दबा के रखे हुए हैं. वो गोल को फॉलो नहीं करता. गोल तो सिर्फ आपके लिए एक चेक माइलस्टोन है. लेट से अगर आप 10 किलो का वजन करना चाह रहे हो, लूज करना चाह रहे हो, तो दैट इज अ गोल. बट टू रीच दैट गोल, you need a certain program so that you can reach from the present state to that particular state. Examples like athletes होते हैं, they have to run like Usain Bolt. Let's say, let's take the example of Usain Bolt. तो यूसेन बोल्ट में क्या है कि भाई उसको 100 मीटर 9 पॉइंट समथिंग सेकेंड्स के अंदर कंप्लीट करने के लिए, इट टुक हिम अराउंड मे बी 8 to 12 years, मे बी. और मे बी महेश एंड एनीवन कैन करेक्ट मी ऑन दिस. बट द थिंग इज, उसको वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए ही हैज टू गो अ सर्टेन सेट ऑफ प्रोग्राम, जिसके वजह से उसने अपने खुद के बिहेवियर्स, अपने पैटर्न्स पे वर्क किया, which helped them, which helped him to get to that particular goal. So that's how the mind works. माइंड को गोल तो दिखता है, पर गोल तक पहुंचने के लिए उसको प्रोग्रामिंग चाहिए। अगर उसकी प्रोग्रामिंग वहां तक नहीं होगी तो इट विल जस्ट कीप रिपीटिंग अगेन एंड अगेन द सेम थिंग। सो just put yes in the chat box if you are with me, and also any question if there is anything that you have until now. Guys, and this is an open forum. What do I mean by open forum? You can come here, you can unmute yourself, you can talk to me. Very simple. And this is interactive plus this is a little bit of it will be a theory, and I would be giving you one tool that is going to help you in your journey while approaching the goals that gives you the success in your life. Got it? And thank you, Nandita. Again, I feel one has to believe the goal and optimistic success later on. We should mold the attitude which can be realized by belief rather than prejudice. Right. You're right. Mershi. And I'm going to come on to this part soon as well, Mershi, where I will be talking about the attitude and the beliefs and also the patterns, how they are interrelated. Thank you for bringing this up. So shall I go ahead? Let me just share the screen again. Okay, so we are here. Now the thing is, quick question. Beach or mountains? I asked you guys, right? If you remember, beach or mountains, please. Over here, beach or mountain? Like I want you guys to put this down over here. Mountains, Nandita. Okay. What about Mashi? What about uh Gangamai?
I go for mountains.
Yeah,
I go with mountains.
mountains. Got it. So again, Mashi mountains and Gangamai or Baba. What do you prefer? Mountains or beaches? Yeah. Yes, Gangamai. You are trying to say something? Can't talk right now. You can type it out. So I would want any one of you, Nandita or Mahirshi, because you said mountains. So I want to ask you one thing. Can you unmute? Okay, Mahirshi. So Mahirshi, the thing is, how did you choose mountains to be your favorite?
Yeah, Rishabh, there is nothing peculiar in this. Out of these two, my interest is mostly on mountains because mm, that's a very subjective thing. I actually love geography, so I just took it because these are the major things which are causes oceanographic rainfall, and at the same time it creates a microclimate rather than beaches, which are completely of set depositions rather than creation.
Okay, so what you said in the last, like it's a safe deposit of something like that, the creation. Like if I didn't get that, Mahirshi, the
The
last part.
mountains are actually creators. They create many things like forests. They'll create hill forests. They create rainfall. They give
Yeah.
a microclimate. They enhance the biodiversity. But beaches are just simply a recreational thing, which are a result of some process.
Cool. See, just when I talked to Maharshi and he said why he chose mountains, do you see certain things that he put down in a format कि वो उसको geography पसंद है and geography के बाद में because mountains gives birth to a lot of things and also it helps in ecosystem. So there are layers to this, and this is exactly what I am going to tell you just after this. We and the mind think in structures. There was a structure because of which Maharshi chose mountains, and there is a structure because of which you do everything in your life. So I'm going ahead and sharing my screen again. The structure is very simple. If you understand this particular thing, I'm telling you, you're never ever going to just like आप खो नहीं जाओगे. आप सही में जो गोल पाना चाह रहे हो, you will get to that goal. you'll get to that particular success that you are looking for. Your mind thinks in structure. So सबसे पहले तो क्या है कि स्ट्रक्चर में क्या है, द बिहेवियर पार्ट. हाउ डू यू बिहेव फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर गोल. लेट्स से इफ यू वांट टू decrease 10 kgs of weight, what is your behavior toward that? क्या आप lenient हो, क्या आप complacent हो, or are you really active towards that goal? So what is that behavior of yours towards that particular goal? Second thing is, what are habits? Let's say if you want to, if you're looking for 10 kgs reduction, तो आपके habits क्या है? Are you eating proper diet? क्या आप सुबह जल्दी उठ रहे हो, रूटीन फॉलो कर रहे हो अपना? Are you really checking on the calories that you are intaking? Habits. And the behavior is on a conscious level that you do. जैसे कि मेरे को 10 kgs लूज करना है, तो आई कैन बी लाइक हाँ यार करेंगे, देखा जाएगा, कल से करेंगे. दिस इज अ बिहेवियर. दिस इज अ way of showing and like reacting onto that particular goal. The habits, I already told you, it's more of a subconscious level, because आप जो भी हैबिट्स करते हो, जो रूटीन कर रहे हो, जो आप कैलोरीज काउंट कर रहे हो, आप उसके लिए रोज के रोज यू आर वेरी फोकस्ड कि मेरे को यही खाना है. दैट आर योर हैबिट्स, बिकॉज वो सबकॉन्शियस लेवल पे आपके घुसे हुए हैं कि भाई अगर ऐसा करूंगा तभी मेरे को 10 किलो वेट रिडक्शन होगा. थर्ड थिंग इज, जो इसके नीचे वाली लेयर है, दैट इज बिलीव्स. आपके क्या बिलीव्स है? अगर मैं 10 किलो वेट रिड्यूस कर रहा हूँ और अगर मेरा बिलीफ ये हुआ कि यार आई कैन नॉट डू इट, डू यू थिंक एवर आई विल बी एबल टू डू दैट? सो द बिलीव्स आर अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉन्शियस एंड सबकॉन्शियस, जहाँ पे कुछ बिलीव्स तो यू नो दैट, some beliefs are also coming from your past experiences. So the more beliefs you don't know are in your subconscious that are operating you daily, but also the conscious beliefs that you are operating on daily as well. जैसे कि मैक्सी ने अभी शेयर किया था, लाइक आई वांट टू ब्रिंग दैट अप, कहाँ गया, कि success is basically more of an attitude thing realized by belief rather than prejudice. So it's right. Basically, what is your belief, your attitude and your behavior, your habit is going to be in the same proportion. Now, the thing is, patterns. Last में ये है कि only and only because of all these three, ये किससे हुआ, कैसे इसको कैसे हटाते हैं? ठीक है. I don't know. Ganga, please refrain from doing anything. I don't know how to remove that, but yes. Okay. So the thing is, uh, whatever the pattern, मतलब बिहेवियर, हैबिट्स और बिलीव्स, इन तीनों को ही जब आप कंबाइन करोगे, इट विल टेक फॉर्म ऑफ पैटर्न. एंड जो पैटर्न आपका उस गोल की तरफ रहेगा, इट इज गोइंग टू टेक यू मे बी टूवर्ड्स और अवे फ्रॉम दैट गोल. सो व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय पैटर्न? लेट्स से 10 kgs वेट लूज करना है, तो आपका पैटर्न अगर उसके लिए ये हुआ कि यार चलो मैं 2 दिन तो चले जाता हूँ, पर तीसरे दिन से आराम से चिल करते हैं ना, आराम से जाएंगे, अगले दिन जाएंगे, फिर अगले दिन उठ के अरे नहीं यार आज भी नहीं, कल कल वापस चलेंगे, कल चलेंगे. सो दैट पैटर्न ऑफ प्रोक्रास्टिनेटिंग और पैटर्न ऑफ बीइंग लेजी और मे बी एनीथिंग, so that is a pattern that is formed because you have that behavior, habit, belief, and boom, you have this pattern. So until here, is there any question, something that is coming up in your mind? Anything? And if no, you can type no. And if yes, then please tell me if there is anything that is coming in your mind. Our mind is so complex, yet so simple to understand. It's just that you need to understand the structure, and boom, you get to the root cause of what is not letting you to your goals, or maybe what can really let you to your goals. Thank you, Gangamai. Let's okay. So I'm just going ahead, and there is a guru mantra that is there. Your life is the product of your patterns. मतलब आपके जैसे भी पैटर्न रहेंगे, your life is going to go that way. Simple, सरल, and impactful. And I want you guys to really, really take this into consideration. योर लाइफ इज अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ योर पैटर्न्स, वट एवर वे। आप चाहे आप उठ रहे हो आपके पर्सनल लाइफ में, आपके जॉब लाइफ में, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ, बिजनेस या रिलेशनशिप्स, फाइनेंशियल लाइफ, एनीवेयर, योर लाइफ इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ योर पैटर्न्स। नाउ हाउ आर दीज पैटर्न्स फॉर्म? अब ये मैं चाहता हूँ सब लोगों को कि प्लीज टेक दिस इनटू कंसिडरेशन, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। I don't know if you will ever able to see this over there or somewhere or not, but please, even if you have seen this, be here. If you have never seen that, then more reason to just focus onto this. How are your patterns and that structure created? First of all, there is an event happening. In that event, whatever the event happens, you take that event through your senses. Your senses could be your eyes, your nose, like the smell, your taste, like if you are eating the food, if you're listening to anyone, from your ears, or from your touch, the from your body, like the sensation of touch. So you are taking that event or the world experience through your senses. And then when you take the event through your senses, you form meaning around that in accordance to the past experiences that you have had. तो आपके जो भी पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस होंगे आप उससे खुद का मीनिंग क्रिएट करोगे। और ये हो भी सकता है कि आप पास्ट इवेंट्स को देखो भी नहीं, बट यू क्रिएट द मीनिंग, बिकॉज दिस माइंड इज अ मीनिंग मेकिंग मशीन। एंड because of that, you form your belief around that particular event, and what you do is you take that belief with you until you die. So when those beliefs and those meanings, those past experiences combine, it results into your pattern, your behavior, your structures, your habits. All that will be seen through that. Guys, this was very important, and I wanted you guys to really understand this. आपके लाइफ में जो बिलीव्स हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं से आ रहे हैं, एंड दैट्स द वे there is a structure, and that structure is shown through your habits, behaviors, your patterns, and you can decode that until your belief level. How was this? Like, was this new? Was this something that you never thought? Was this something that you knew? Or was this something, anything that came into your mind because you hear this? What's that? You can type anything, you can say anything. It's an open forum, I'm telling you.
Hey, Rishabh. Yeah. Actually, I couldn't comprehend what you are exactly saying about. See, is this a platform where you teach us a framework to succeed in life, or is it a platform where you can enhance the mind's capacity or mind's feasibility towards success?
Yeah, it's both.
Acha, it's both. Okay,
It's
thank
both.
you.
Yeah, it's both. It's just that I'm telling you कि हमारा mind कैसे structures में work करता है. So the photo, not the photo, but the PPT slide that I showed you was telling you that कि आप अपने beliefs कैसे form कर रहे हो, और वो beliefs form करके how is that converting that, how are those beliefs converting into patterns and the behaviors. Understanding that?
No, no. The pattern is a subset of belief, or a belief is a subset of pattern. I didn't get that exactly.
belief. ओके, सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय सबसेट? की मतलब अगर पैटर्न दिख रहा है तो उसके नीचे बिलीफ है, या फिर बिलीफ है इसके नीचे पैटर्न है?
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing I'm asking. If you put up things in a hierarchical way, like what comes in the down and what comes in the top.
ओके, सो अगर आप टॉप के हिसाब से देखोगे तो टॉप इज बेसिकली योर पैटर्न्स, क्योंकि वो आपको बाहर दिखता है, दैट इज कॉन्शियसली यू कैन सी इट। मतलब लेट्स से इफ यू आर अगेन एंड अगेन प्रोक्रास्टिनेटिंग एनीथिंग, यू कैन सी द प्रोक्रास्टिनेशन इन योर लाइफ। बट अगर आप उससे एक डीपर लेवल जाओगे, सो देर इज सम बिलीफ दैट इज देयर। सो पैटर्न विल ऑलवेज कम एट द टॉप, एंड द बिहेवियर एज वेल, एंड द बिलीव्स आर ए सबसेट ऑफ दैट, लाइक कि उसके अंदर बिलीव्स आएंगे, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली beliefs, the combination of beliefs is creating that pattern. Did I give you that answer, like in the way you wanted?
No, no. Actually, my question is,
Yeah.
see, if you do something in a particular way, that
Hmm.
might be any activity, any physical activity or mental activity, whatever the activity done by a human being in a particular way,
Hmm.
it is called a practice, right? Practice in particular way.
Yeah.
When he practices things for a number of times,
Hmm.
he gets habituated to that practice,
Yeah.
and he will create a strong base for that. Whenever the same task he faces again in future, he will
Hmm.
act in the same way how his mind has trained with.
Hmm.
So now, as you said, these attitude and belief system, which both are different. Belief system is very variable, which really changes with both spatial and temporal scales. But attitude is a result of belief system, which is strongly sticked in the mind of a person.
Hmm.
So the attitude is a result of strong belief system. Like for example, if I say, since your childhood, you are taught in your school that whenever somebody hoists a flag, you have to go and salute. So even unconsciously, after 100, let's suppose 10 years or 12 years later, even if you are a grown-up guy, whenever you see a flag is hoisted, you automatically salute the flag. So this thing is called the attitude what you got from the recurrent training of the belief system what you have learned, right?
Correct. Correct.
So you are saying that a belief system results into patterns. Like what exactly is a pattern? Actually, patterns results into belief system, right? So I
So,
think it's reverse order.
okay, so when you said this कि वो सल्यूट करने वाला बात बोलो, right? If I'm not wrong, Mahर्षि, right? वो 10 years वाला, what was that example?
Hmm.
Can you repeat that, Mahर्षि? What was that example?
You see, in your childhood, in your school, if they teach you that as a citizen you should have some patriotism, and you must have to salute the national flag whenever it is hoisted, right?
Got it. Just
So,
be here
so
until here. Okay. So when you're saying that you have to salute your flag, okay. So
hmm,
you do once, you do twice, you do thrice, and like after a repetitive time, let's say 100 or 200 times, it
hmm,
becomes something of an attitude for you. That's what you want to say, right? If I'm not wrong, Mershi,
right, right,
right?
yeah.
So when you do this again and again कि भाई मेरे को जैसे फ्लैग दिखेगा मेरे को सल्यूट मारना है,
Hmm.
this particular thing has now become a pattern for you. Now, when you say this, Maharshi, I want to ask you as well, what is the belief system that person is going to have?
Belief system the person holds is by the culture and by the formal education what he gets at the school. So
Yeah.
it's also a training thing, like a classical conditioning of a kid. So when he is very young, his mind gets classically conditioned by
Hmm.
his tutors
Hmm.
to behave in a, such a in a proper way whenever the things are happening. So
That's okay.
like for example, the way how he reacts when a flag is hoisted.
Hmm. I understand, and that's perfectly fine. But the thing is, what I'm asking you is, Maharshi, if let's say that person has to really salute whenever that person sees the flag, what is that bringing a belief system in that particular person? What is that belief? Do you know that? Or can you comprehend that as of now? What can be that belief?
Belief itself is a practice, right? See, beliefs, customs, these are the practices which are induced by the culture, like through formal and informal education of a candidate.
Yes, I see. That's why I told you in the starting in that particular slide, it was there. World experiences and the events, right? Beliefs we are carrying from our cultures, from our education, from our environment. And that's true. And that's how we form the beliefs as well. So when the beliefs are formed through those cultures, those events, even in this, the culture is that you are going to salute because you are seeing your national flag. but that belief is also transforming into a pattern. See, it can go both ways, but always what I want to say is a pattern always has an underlying belief. You change that belief, everything changes.
So it's part of both, both bidirectional, as you said, right?
Yes, it is
So if it is
bidirectional.
bidirectional, it should be a virtuous cycle, right? So
What?
through world and senses, you will go for empirical observation. Through your
Yeah,
organs, like sensory organs, you will sense the information. Next, you will
yeah,
comprehend the thing.
yeah,
Next, accordingly, you will frame some emotion towards an activity,
yeah.
and you will have an emotional intelligence, and you will balance your emotions, and you'll use them for the best, best output. And again, the pattern is repeated. If again the cycle here the cycle ends, and again the cycle starts, where you'll have a different experience next time. Next time you'll have different emotions. You will change your strategy and your pattern. So pattern is a not a fixed thing. It goes on changing, which really enhances your abilities to do anything, like for going towards success.
Okay,
Hello, can you
please,
would you?
please, please.
Yeah, I mean, like I heard the conversation, and I also feel like patterns are a result of belief, and belief is the result of all the mental conditioning and whatever we are taught. And based on those beliefs only, we, I mean, since we have the belief, we start building the patterns. And pattern is nothing but doing something repeatedly.
Yes,
And then what we are talking about is I mean, like, suppose I have a I will take an example, like Indian parents, how they have the strategy of you nalayak beta. Chute. I mean, they don't. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I mean, matlab, they have the way of scolding, and if you're not doing your work well, you are not good. So over time, that becomes a belief in your head, and then that is what we are like trying to like through say affirmations and through whatever work we try to break those belief system, and once we break those belief systems, then only we can break the pattern
right.
is
Correct.
what I
And over
understand.
here, thank you so much for that, Nandita. And I really want to tell Mahershi once again. See what Nandita said is so connected to that flag thing as well. When that person was conditioned and was told कि भाई तुम्हें जब भी जाना है स्कूल में you have to just salute the flag. तो उस मोमेंट पे भी तो उसमें बिलीफ सिस्टम घुसाया जा रहा है कि whenever you pass through that you have to salute. Now that belief system results into that pattern of saluting. That's how the structure is formulated. अब आप बोलोगे कि पैटर्न से बिलीफ बन सकता है, यस, अगर आप बार बार वही सेम पैटर्न करोगे, मे बी योर बिलीफ कुड. हेलो, हेलो, एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yeah, you're audible, Rishabh.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kangamai, for confirming. So the thing is कि whenever you will repeat that particular pattern for over a period of time, that will change something, like that will also create some belief. बट उसके लिए टाइम लगेगा, बट वो पैटर्न आने के लिए कुछ बिलीफ सिस्टम पहले से ही है, इसलिए वो पैटर्न आया है. फिर वो पैटर्न कंटिन्यू होगा तो दैट कैन ऑल्सो क्रिएट अ सर्टन सेट ऑफ बिलीव्स इनसाइड यू. एम आई मेकिंग सेंस या मैं कुछ भी बोल रहा हूँ? आई रियली
So
वांट
if
टू.
I understand, it's like a cycle, right? Patterns create belief systems again create patterns, and that continues.
Yes.
And if you want to break some belief system or break a pattern, I mean, I think that should be addressed. I mean, where do you want to give a pause? Right? Do you want to break the pattern, or do you want to break the belief system in order to change or in order to achieve what you want?
Correct. Can I share a story over this, like an example over this? Because that would make much more sense over here. The example is like a person, let's say 25 years of age person is there. From childhood to 25 years of age, he has always seen failures. मतलब कि अच्छा मार्क्स भी नहीं आया, अच्छे कॉलेज में भी नहीं गया, अच्छा जॉब भी नहीं लगा, सो देर इज सडन बिलीव कि यार आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू फेल. Now that particular pattern that he has been showing, because he has never found that evidence, that belief that that person can really achieve something in his life, needs to break that belief system कि मेरे से कुछ नहीं हो सकता. And how does he do that? Is to make evidences for that, yeah, bring some patterns so that that belief system can be changed, or either change the belief system so that that pattern can be changed. It can happen both ways. If we are talking about a change, it can happen both ways. But from where this pattern is arising, it is from the beliefs. Generation of the pattern is from beliefs, but changing that pattern could be through the beliefs or could be through the patterns as well. यहाँ तक कुछ सेंस बना रहा हूँ, or is it like I will go and why did I took this up? I am telling you in the next slide, because see over here, when I before you joined this, I asked you a couple of questions. So when you registered, you said like, yeah, I really want to overcome my limiting beliefs that's why I want to be here. I want to improve my wealth or relationship, or I want to just start taking action, stop repeating old patterns, or will this really help my mind to succeed? जब मैंने ये पढ़ा, it directly hit me that any one of these are not external problem. These are internal things of yours. अब यहाँ पे ये मत सोचना कि किसने क्या लिखा, किसने क्या नहीं लिखा. It's just to put it down here. Why are you asking these type of questions? कि पैटर्न, ये सारी पैटर्न ही तो है. Just if I ask you limiting belief की अगर आप बात कर रहे हो, you think कि I would really want to overcome limiting belief. So I really want to ask you these two questions. How do you know which one you have, like which limiting belief you have? If you really want to मतलब उसको निकालना है, कुछ तो पैटर्न चल रहा है जिसकी वजह से आप ये सोच रहे हो कि भाई मेरे को लिमिटिंग पैटर्न निकालना है. और सेकंड थिंग इज व्हाट्स बीन कीपिंग यू और कीपिंग दैट बिलीफ देयर. आई वांट टू स्टॉप ओवर हियर. जब मैंने ये बोला ओवरकम लिमिटिंग बिलीफ, व्हाई डिड आई आस्क दीज टू क्वेश्चंस? बिकॉज अगर आप बार बार ये सोच रहे हो कि मैं लिमिटिंग बिलीफ हटाऊंगा, तो सर फर्स्ट टेल मी ना, what is keeping that belief inside you? Or secondly, how do you know which one is your limiting belief? Can you? Do you know? And if yes, then well, it is very good. Now the next part comes. Do you want to change the belief, or do you want to change the pattern that comes with that? I'm just quickly sharing this particular thing again. When you say, I want to take actions and stop old patterns, so really want to ask you, what are the old patterns that you want to leave? What is that thing that is not letting you take action, or what's been keeping you in the same patterns? I really want you to reflect onto this for yourself. You can take a screenshot of this. When you say ki, will this help my mind? I really want to ask you, what are you really trying to find? Like, how has this way of trying things helping you in life? कि मतलब मेरे को या लाइफ में या मेरे को माइंड में हेल्प करेगा सक्सेस तक पाने के लिए. So what is this pattern showing you? What is this particular belief or this particular statement telling you about yourself? If you want to improve your wealth or relationship, how specifically would you want to improve wealth or relationships? And what's really in the way to improve that? Do you know that? Yes, well and good. Now, what's the next step? If you don't, then, well, how long can you sustain like this? Why did I bring this up over here? The main motto was like, whatever that you told me in those questions as a solution, as your answers, those are also your beliefs, your patterns that you are carrying with yourself. From where are you getting those beliefs? From where are you getting that particular thought in your mind? What is keeping you at the place because of which you are having that thought in your mind? Am I making sense over here? Or am I just saying anything? Like, भाई कुछ समझ में आ रहा है या फिर ऐसा है कि वही सब ऊपर से जा रहा है?
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Like this, like you asked the question, mountain or beach. Okay, so I never thought it that way, but right now only the thought came. It is like I don't know if I like mountain more or beach more until and unless I experience both, sort of. So if it's like if we are creating a goal and it's like we don't know if I mean I should go for engineering or I should go for sound healing. So and but life does not give you the chances all the time, right? Like or maybe when you're not even like clear about what is your goal. So I actually took it one step before even this. So
That's also correct. And I
yeah.
really want to stop you, Nandita, because I want to highlight some things over here. See how she said कि मेरे को पहले एक्सपीरियंस करना होता है तब मेरे को पता होता है कि यार माउंटेन या बीच जाना है. I want to first experience that. Now see, structure. She has to first experience that. Second thing, when she said कि life doesn't give you that much chances. What is that? That is particular belief. Are you able to identify these things? In your words, in your mind, you are constantly repeating the beliefs, the structures, the patterns that you operate on, the programming that your mind has done for you. तभी ना अगर आपको मान लो if there is a person who really is afraid of the snakes और मैं उसको सांपों के बीच में ले जाके छोड़ दूँ, that person will get irritated, may faint or may die, anything. Because the programming of the mind is like that. But if the same person has this programming कि मेरे को सांप क्या आप मेरे को शेर के सामने भी छोड़ दो मैं मरूंगा नहीं, it will not.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Actually, there is a very small. See, as you said now regarding snakes, no. So the belief, attitude, and the behavior, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, there is a person who don't like. See, there is a person who believes that snakes are poisonous. So his belief system says snakes are poisonous.
Yeah.
So his attitude towards snakes is negative. So he doesn't like snakes.
Yeah.
And the behavior is the practical thing. What he does, like he never go to forest because forest is having snakes,
Yeah. Right. Cool. Correct.
right?
Correct.
So as you said, like okay, it's okay. I don't want to go back because it's already done. But I didn't get any clarity regarding the patterns and this how the patterns are going to be created by belief or the beliefs are going to be created by the patterns. Repeat multiple experiences
Tell
in
me
the brain.
this. What are you really confused about here, Maharshi? Tell me this. Tell me, what are you
See,
really trying to figure out over here?
you are saying patterns is a result of belief. I am saying beliefs are a result of a pattern.
Okay. And why do you say that?
Because now I said the example, right? So the same example, snakes
I
example.
think I kind of got it. I would say from what he is saying. I mean, sorry if I mean in my view. I would say I think what he is trying to say is I would name it as experience. Your belief is being coming from your experiences. I would not call it pattern.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
So your belief is coming from some of the experiences, and then from those beliefs, you are creating patterns. So it's not bidirectional. It is like maybe that would clarify it a bit.
And one more
Mm.
question, like, what is the intention behind asking, whether you like mountain or a beach? So, what exactly you want to tell us from that?
Tell me, what did you get out of that? मतलब जब मैंने पूछा तो what did you
Really,
understand?
I'm clueless regarding that because I didn't understand like why the question has come. So that's why I'm actually asking.
Okay. So the question
Like,
was, tell me.
I think it's like you want us to like you want to know like how the mind or how our thoughts are there regarding to different things. One is regarding ocean, the other is regarding the mountain. One is terrestrial, other is a marine or oceanic thing.
Now see how you are thinking like this. Can you understand your own patterns right here, Madshi? How you are segregating all this and how you are putting that down कि ये terrestrial है भाई ये ocean है and this is a sea thing and this is that thing. Are you able to identify how you are thinking in structures? Are you identify that?
Yeah.
It's only for you and you gave your own answer. मतलब जो क्वेश्चन पूछा उसका ये आंसर है. That's why I asked you.
Now, Rishabh, when you asked that question, I said I mean, for me, it is seasonal, right? Like in rainy season, I love mountains, and in summer season, I love beaches. Okay.
See,
So, so what
structure.
do you make out of this?
अगेन स्ट्रक्चर लाइक इफ देर इज अ रेनी सीजन आपको रेन हो रहा है तो आपको भाई मैं तो माउंटेन्स में जाऊंगी ठीक है इफ इट इज समर तो आई वांट टू गो इन बीच नाउ आई वांट टू आस्क यू गंगा भाई व्हाट डू यू गेट व्हेन यू गो टू माउंटेन्स in rainy season what do you get out of that
You're not afraid of floods?
huh
You're not afraid of floods during the rainy season?
No, no, I'm not afraid of. I love that earthy smell, and I love to stay under the trees. I love to be with nature while it
oh
is, raining. I just love to sit on a high rock and watch down, that view that you see from the top. So
Mhm.
that is my dream
You're talking
actually.
about Himachal mountains or the south?
Himachal.
good
Okay.
see
Okay.
Yeah.
I again want to bring that thing again here structure wala thing Gangami said she loves the smell of the soil. She loves to sit on a like an elevation, see down, and really feel that like that's a dream, man. Do you see there are structures? Because it is eventually leading something for her. What is that? Now let us decode. Gangamai, tell me, when you are over there, you are having the smell, when you are sitting over there, and when you are seeing down, how does Gangamai feel at that time?
I feel like I'm on top of the world.
See, again structure. After all this, she feels like this. But if I say you, गंगा भाई, कि आपको summers में mountains जाना है, would you want to go over there or would you really prefer the beach at that time?
I prefer beach.
Right? Because you will not get the same thing at that time that you have that on that track.
Yeah. Yeah.
So see, again structure. अगर आपके पास आपको ये मिल रहा है आपको आपके पास ये है patterns not patterns but if you are getting this then you will do this otherwise you don't want to do this and will choose another option where you will be मतलब जो आपके beliefs आपके thoughts आपके preferences को tick mark कर रहा होगा you will choose that particular thing so over here what I want to tell you guys is कि हमारा माइंड स्ट्रक्चर्स में काम करता है दैट इज द ओनली थिंग नॉट द ओनली थिंग बट दैट्स द बेसिक थिंग दैट आई रियली वांट यू गाइस टू अंडरस्टैंड behind every action every pattern everything that you do there lies a structure now the thing is let's say Gangamai you know your structure now okay because you feel the top because you feel top of the world correct
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say if I really send you in summers in mountains, what would that do to you? I say that नहीं यार आपको जाना ही उधर. What would that do to you?
It'll be miserable.
Miserable. Like, can you describe for me how? Why is that miserable? Like, what?
See, in summers, mountain areas and hilly areas are very, very hot, right? So because of that heat, sweat, and it's completely my mind doesn't work
So I
in
have a
heat,
question.
hot
So have you
temperatures.
experienced this before, or it's just your belief that it is hot there?
For me,
Yeah.
yeah, I've experienced. I mean, summers, with in hilly regions, I've been there. I've been summers to the beaches. I've been like during travel, I've been through, mountains through tunnels while it was raining. Okay. So that's when I used to feel, okay, I want to, go on top of a mountain and sit there while it is raining and I want to just
So
enjoy that
basically, your belief is coming from your experience, right?
experience. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, like I was not aware कि मेरी audience इतनी smart है. अभी तो बताया है, देख, connecting the dots by
I'm
themselves.
getting, I'm becoming a healer soon. I'll be there. See you guys.
And by the way, I'm a child psychologist, so
Yeah.
I
Oh,
understand a
I'm
bit of
sorry. The Reiki
psychology.
So,
Yeah, actually, it feels good when everyone is on screen, right? Yeah, it feels more interactive.
yeah. So thank you so much for Gangamai for that. Because see now Maheshi, again coming back to you. For if we take the example of Gangamai, she shared कि भाई मेरा ऐसा experience हुआ, जब मेरे को ऐसा experience हुआ तो I felt like this. So I really want to share this particular slide with you again, ताकि आप लोगों को पता रहे कि मैंने क्या बात किया. Gangamai went through some world experience. She intake things through her senses, जैसे कि स्मेल, आंखों से देखा, टच किया, देख मतलब फील आया, वो द फीलिंग वाज देयर. उन्होंने उस मोमेंट पे एक फीलिंग, एक मीनिंग अपने लिए जनरेट किया, दैट हेल्प हर टू फील द टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, एंड दैट ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू हर बिलीफ. एंड देन नाउ इफ आई आस्क हर कि भाई आप समर्स में या रेनी सीजन में कहाँ जाना चाहोगे, तो शी वुड प्रेफर mountains in rainy season. So that is the behavior, the pattern that she has inculcated in life. तो ये एग्जाम्पल से मैंने थोड़ा इसको समझाने का ट्राई किया. एंड सी, every pattern, every behavior comes from a belief. But understand this thing, when you are changing a pattern, you can go both ways. You can go change the belief, then pattern change, or you can change the pattern and change the belief. Any ये person to person depend करता है. Because when I work with people one to one, somewhere it goes from beliefs to pattern, and somewhere it goes from pattern to belief. Understanding that? Okay. So 2 minutes are remaining. I will just take more minutes, and then because there is something really, really crucial for you all guys. Because if you understand this one framework for you, I'm telling you, you can achieve every goal that you have in your life. Every goal. And when I say every, means every. So this is again, I'm sharing this. Way to success is, this is the framework that I have developed and I have taken from the references that I have learned till now while doing my own research on thinking. So when you go for a success, you have to have a vision, basically a goal, a particular direction, where you know what is the bigger purpose, the bigger dream that you have for yourself. The value is basically the beliefs. And let me just tell you this: vision, value, method, obstacle, and measurement. So एक एक आपको बता देते हैं. Vision is more of a dream, the bigger picture, the goal that you have set for yourself. Second thing is value. अगर आपने वो ड्रीम सेट किया है अपने लिए, वो गोल सेट किया है, तो उसका पर्पस क्या है? व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर विजन? व्हाट इज द पर्पस? व्हाट इज द मोटिवेशन to achieve that? What is the belief that why do you want to do that? What is the belief behind that goal? अगर आपका विजन के साथ आपका वैल्यू कनेक्टेड नहीं होगा, तो डोंट एवर थिंक टू अप्रोच एनी गोल इन योर लाइफ, एनी गोल. Third is method, like what kind of way or planning or strategy or the actions that you are taking them, like you are taking for yourself. So when you are taking those actions, you are also doing the planning, also doing the strategy, and when you are executing that, you need to see, थोड़ा सा टेस्ट करते हैं यार, ये एक्शन थोड़ा सा लेके देखते हैं, थोड़ा ऑपरेट करते हैं उस पर, थोड़ा टेस्ट करते हैं, और अगर वो सब कुछ सही चला तो आपका वो, अगर वो स्ट्रेटजी वर्क कर रही है तो यू विल एग्जिट दैट स्ट्रेटजी कि ये तो मेरे लिए वर्क कर रही है, सो लेट इट वर्क फॉर मी. नाउ लेट मी जस्ट सी अनदर action, another planning, another strategy that works for me. So you first test it, then operate onto that. If it doesn't make sense, you again go back to test, then operate it, then again test it, then if it really works for you, exit. ये किसके लिए? इसके जस्ट आगे वाला पार्ट आ रहा है, वो इसलिए क्योंकि अगर वो आपके लिए काम कर रहा है इट मीन्स कि देयर आर नो ऑब्स्टेकल्स। बट अगर कोई ऑब्स्टेकल्स है तो यू शुड बी नोइंग व्हाट आर द बिलीव दैट इज लिमिटिंग मी, व्हाट आर द इनहिबिशंस, क्या इम्पिडेंसेस है जो मेरे को मेरे गोल तक या मेरे एक्शन या मेरी स्ट्रेटेजी को परफॉर्म नहीं करने दे रहा। सो व्हाट आर दोज ऑब्स्टेकल्स। एंड लास्टली द मेजरमेंट, क्योंकि जब आप किसी गोल को अचीव करने के लिए जाते हो तो यू रियली नीड द चेक पॉइंट्स फॉर दैट कि भाई ये गोल अचीव करने के लिए मैं कहाँ तक पहुंचा हूँ। लेट्स से 10 kgs वेस्ट वेट वाला वापस उठा के लेकर आते हैं। अगर आपका विजन है 10 kgs, you will, मैं इस पर वापस जाता हूँ so that you all guys are with me. Your vision, your goal is to decrease 10 kg of weight. Second is, what are the belief system, what is the value, value means what's the purpose behind that कि भाई मेरे को fit दिखना है, what मेरे को healthy रहना है, got it. The method is, let's say I am working with some person with some coach जिसने मेरे को बताया कि यार आपको सुबह इतने बजे उठना है, आपको ये खाना है, इतना कैलोरी इनटेक करना है. So this is a method. Now I will see if this method is really working for me. Let's say कि आपको बोल दिया सुबह आपको उठ के सिर्फ वाटरमेलन जूस पीना है, बट क्या हो रहा है कि आपको एक हफ्ते बाद पता चल रहा है कि यार मेरे को तो ज़्यादा भूख लग रही है, हो नहीं पा रहा है. तो you change that strategy for yourself and maybe now you will take dry fruits with that as well. फोर्थ थिंग इज ऑब्स्टेकल्स. लेट्स से अगर आप 10 किलो के वेट तक वेट लॉस तक नहीं पहुंच पा रहे हो और वो स्ट्रेटेजीज काम नहीं कर रही है, सो व्हाट्स रियली इन द वे, क्या ऑब्स्टेकल है. लेट्स से कि यार मैं रोज के रोज काम करने जाता हूँ, आई गो फॉर द वर्क, सो आई एम नॉट रियली एबल टू फाइंड द फूड दैट यू आर टेलिंग मी एट माई वर्क प्लेस. सो ऑब्स्टेकल है वो. सो हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू एलिमिनेट दैट, और सम बिलीफ सिस्टम कि भाई मेरे से तो हो ही नहीं पाएगा इतना, कि मैं मेरे से जिम हो ही नहीं पाएगा, इट कैन बी एन ऑब्स्टेकल. एंड द लास्ट थिंग इज मेजरमेंट. हाउ डू यू नो कि आप 10 kg गोल के पास पहुंच रहे हो. जब आपका 2 किलो रिड्यूस होगा, 3 किलो रिड्यूस होगा, 4 किलो रिड्यूस होगा, तो यू विल बी लाइक अरे भाई आई एम गोइंग एंड डिक्रीजिंग माई वेट. So this is the framework if you really keep in mind vision, value, method, obstacles and measurement. It's called V2MOM. You are destined to reach your goals. Now, this was all about how you can program your mind for success. ठीक है. Over here, what I really told you is your mind has two parts, conscious, subconscious. There are belief systems, there are behaviors that you do. Behaviors are more of conscious part, and the belief systems can be a conscious or unconscious part as well. And lastly, we also saw over here, because this was a live platform, we saw that कि भाई आप structures में काम करते हो, you work in structures for yourself. So that is something we covered onto this part. So just want to understand from you all guys, how was this session for you?
The session was really helpful. It was good. It really made me to understand the structures, patterns, how you can use it for your success. This is a good session. I really liked it. I hope I will be coming for the next session also. Hopefully, if you add me in the list. But next time, I'll make sure that I'll stay indoors so that I can have a good experience than this. Thank you, Rishabh.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I really wanted to just be here for one more minute, and then I will be just sharing one last thing, Mershi, as well. Thank you for that, Mershi. And yes, Nandita, Gangamai, anything from your side? Any takeaway from here? Anything that you want to share? Anything, please.
It was a good session, Rishabh. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything that stood out for you, Gangamai?
I mean, these are already the things I knew, I understood, and understanding. So I try to analyze my own beliefs, my own patterns. I do have some limiting beliefs. I'm trying to come over them. But the thing is, see, when you have some limiting beliefs and something happens, that's when that pattern or that belief breaks, right?
Yeah.
So I try to take action in order to break those limiting beliefs. But when nothing happens, we again tend to go back to those limiting beliefs. See, I said it's not going to happen, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, that kind of repeats over and over again. And sometimes when we see, a hope, a ray of hope, that's when again I think, oh no, so I'm taking action, so I'm going to break my limiting belief now, and it's going to work.
Yeah.
So I'm again in this, constant cycle over and over again. But nevertheless, I've made up my mind that I'm not going to give up, come whatever may. Whether my, patterns break or not, my limiting beliefs go or not, I'm going to stick to taking action. That's the
Cool.
only thing I've.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. I really love
Thank
that. And thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mamai. Just 1 minute, just be here for 1 minute. I'm just wrapping this up in the 1 minute. Okay. Nandita, anything?
I think yeah, it was a great session. It was first time I'm seeing you doing a session, so yeah, yeah, pretty good. Thank you.
Anything that you took away from here?
I took the screenshot, and I think I have to sit and journal all those questions that you have given, right? All about like what is my limited belief. So I think that's a lot of work uh, later that I have to do. So
Oh,
that would be my key takeaway. And something that you said about mind work and structure.